we have this insanely nice example of this vintage 1984 Vacheron Constantin reference 222. So I'm sure many of you are familiar with the reissue of the Vacheron Constantin 222 model. The 222 was released in 1977 to celebrate the 222nd anniversary of Vacheron Constantin. And this model that we're looking in front of us is a full set from 1984, 42 years old at this point, and I swear this box smells 42 years old, but not in a bad way.
What does 42 years old even smell like?
Smell it yourself. But yeah, this is the mid-size 34mm version. Comes with original box, of course our extra links, original papers, dated in 1984. It even comes with service record from 2011. Even still has the service sticker still on the back of the watch. Now the more desirable version of this watch is the 37mm jumbo version, as they refer to it. This is the mid-size 34mm, but to be honest, the jumbo versions go for double the price of this, but I actually think the 34mm is a really nice size on the wrist, so you guys can see it on my wrist for reference. And yes, you can find examples of this watch in steel, in two-tone, in yellow gold floating around out there, but it's pretty rare to come across one as a full set, especially the box and papers and everything preserved as well as this one has been. So prior to the reissue of the 222, back in 2022, I'm sure they did that on purpose, all the twos. Once that happened, people went crazy for that model. The gold one was first released, which was trading over retail. It still trades right around retail. A few years later, they released the stainless steel version and the blue dial, and that watch still trades over retail and is nearly impossible to get from the boutique. But with all the hype around the 222, it also sent the vintage models up in price significantly. This watch, we're gonna be asking $40,000, our best offer. Customer did send it to me. He wants to try to find the right collector and find someone who's gonna pay top dollar for it, so that's what we're here trying to do. But if you compare this to the 37mm version, just 3mm bigger than this, you can't really find a full set for these under 100 grand. If you take a close look at the watch, there's pretty much not a single scratch on the thing as you go around, but if we take a closer look at the service papers, they did replace the dial, hands, sapphire crystal, crown, the bracelet pin, which I'm sure tighten the bracelet significantly, and then they polish the watch. But the interesting part here is that the hour markers in the hands have this beautiful orange patina and seem to have aged about 45 years old, just as old as the watch is. So my best guess is that they had these new old stock parts sitting in their service center. They grabbed these new old stock parts that continued to age the same way that the original ones would have. As far as what all those replacement parts do to the value of the watch, yes, of course, if it was 100% original, untouched, it would technically be a more valuable example, but the fact that it was replaced and serviced directly by Vacheron and the thing still looks age appropriate, I actually think this is still a phenomenal example for someone to collect. All that being said, this is definitely not something you get to see every day, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you're interested, you can shoot me a DM.